Hi, my name is Troy Anderson. I'm the owner of Anderson Training Systems, and we're back for the second part of day one, which is the burn circuit that we're talking about. There's a series of 3 drills that we're working on here today. We're going to start with the floor press. We're going to move into a crock row, and then we're going to move into some ab work with the T side bridge. Our first drill is the floor press. It's a very simple drill, excellent drill for building a good quality upper body strength. It's a very common movement that they use a lot in powerlifting, whether it be a barbell or a dumbbell per se. I like to use this because it's very good feedback for my clients. It gives them feedback on when their full range of motion is, because the arms can't go very far past a parallel kind of plane. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it here. I've got some dumbbells set up on the floor. We're going to lie down just like we're going to be kind of in the start of a sit-up position. I'm going to load my dumbbells up here. Probably a little bit easier to start with them in the vertical position. I'm going to start with wrists solid, arms straight up over shoulders, and then we're just going to allow the elbows to drift nice and wide, come down, lightly touch, and press back up. This is about as simple of a pressing drill as we can possibly get. You're very firmly supported by the floor, so you don't have to worry about having a bench or needing a bench per se. And we're just going to press straight up. Very simple pressing motion. No need to really necessarily come together and clank your dumbbells together or anything like that. The real critical portion here is just to let the elbows drift wide and come down. Very common problem many people will have is they'll bend their arms in and let them flop in like this. Usually that's an indicator that they're either not keeping good tension in their upper arms or that the dumbbells might be a little too heavy. So you want to keep nice and wide, straight up, and back down. As such. And that's the floor press. The next drill is the crock row. I forget how to say the gentleman's name, but it's named by fellows over at Elite Fitness after one of their power lifters. And let's see if I can set this up well so you can have a good look at what it looks like. There we go. So all it is pretty much like a supported dumbbell row, except they've just changed the angle a little bit. So instead of pulling back to you, we're still pulling back, but we're going to move out in more of an outward fashion. You'll see when I line up here how it works. We're going to hold the dumbbell so it's kind of the head's pointing across our body instead of being kind of running in line with the body. And so this is kind of what it's going to look like. We're here. I'm going to drop my leg that's on the same side as the dumbbell. I'm just going to move out. I'm really trying to pull across my upper back and not so much back towards my hip as I would with a normal dumbbell row. So again, here. Let me show you a little bit slightly different angle. Again, try to have good upper back posture, no rounding or slouching. Nice and solid. Moving out in the way. Try to push that elbow nice and wide. Obviously with this, just like with any other rowing, you want to try to avoid any kind of cheating or body English with it. If you end up finding yourself in that case, you're probably into a little bit too heavy a dumbbell for your strength levels. Our last drill in the burn circuit is our T side bridge. This is a nice drill for helping work on isometric strength for the trunk or core. Most of us are probably real familiar with the plank. Side bridge is the kind of starter version of that. We put a little bit of a T with it just to add a little bit more challenge with it. In the T we can also add weight in that position as well, but that's not what we're doing today. So we're going to start simply by having, much like a normal plank, elbow underneath our shoulder still. We're just change body position a little bit. Feet and legs stacked and straight. If you're horribly weak or have never really done these before, you can go bent leg, but that's again not part of this program. We're in a straight leg position for this. If you need help to help yourself off of the floor with your offside arm, that's fine. If not, you just want to pop the hips up. We want to maintain this nice straight line with our body. So we're going to come up, arm up, we're going to open up chest. So we have a nice vertical line from this hand here on down to the opposite shoulder and elbow. What we don't want to look into having is something like this. It's not quite a T, obviously, so that means that we're probably a little bit out of technique or form. Want to be opened up, want to squeeze the glutes. Should feel like you're doing a lot of work through your oblique area in your central core area there, and we're just going to hold. Obviously you can see I'm shaking a little bit, so it's definitely a little on the challenging side. So those are the main key points with the T-bridge. Basically the main sticking point for many people is that they'll start to compensate in some areas. So if you start to feel areas other than your core or your glutes getting tight or tired or fatigued, you may want to come back down and reset. Also try to avoid that coming over the top or rotating over, having your arm go anything out of vertical. So that's a position that you want to be in there. Obviously you're got two sides to the body, so you're going to want to work on both sides. It's really going to help build your obliques and that isometric strength, just much like the plank. So this has been our burn circuit for day 1, Anderson Training Systems. Burn inches and build strength.